Doug Dukes, VP of Sales at Kegel, says 80% of weekend tournaments are played on oil patterns between 39 and 44 feet. Hank Boomershine said, we built a ball for that. And guess what? It has new core and new cover tech. Cue the intro. What's happening, bowlers? Chris Beans here with Bowlers Rant, bringing you yet one more update from Storm Bowling. Don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons and turn on those notifications. I do appreciate your support of the channel. We are getting right into it today, looking at the Storm Equinox. This is their latest asymmetric pearl, and it's supposed to be an absolute monster. Okay, Storm's already dropped a teaser video on this. All the information's on this, and your homie right here, Chris Beans, is going to take you through it. So Beans, give me the latest. You got it, buddy. Over to the interwebs. What are we talking about here? We're talking about this Mama Jamma. Let's take the tour, take the test drive, take a look at this pour. She is looking lovely, okay? And so basically the sales pitch here is there's, you know, the design intent, if you will, is they're trying to do something with the problem of, okay, 80% of leagues and weekend tournaments played on oil patterns between 39 and 44 feet. A quote by Doug Dukes, VP of Sales at Kegel. And the Storm Equinox is purpose-built for the league bowlers, designed for these conditions, giving you signature back-end motion Storm is known for. Okay, so we all know Storm goes long, snaps. So there's a few things to talk about in the cover material. So let's get into this. How is this thing built? This ball has the A1S Pro Reactive Cover Stock. I believe that stands for Adhesion System 1. And it's got the Solarian AI core. Finish is Power Edge. The color, golden rod, deep violet, and chromium. Flare potential high. And the fragrance is blueberry crumble. And the number's at 15 pounds, 2.48 RG with a .054 differential and a .018 asymmetric differential. So it's asymmetric. It starts up early. It's got a bit of boom to the back, and it is going to make it down the lane. So what does that mean for this ball core-wise? Okay, so this is an asymmetric ball, right? So asymmetric, meaning it's got more than 5% difference between both sides of the ball. It's not going to be uniform when you rotate it. And this is what it looks like. Has 3 different cylinders. I talk about this in the materials. I'm not going to get too much into some of that stuff because it is a bit of black magic and wizardry. But translation, this thing will move, and it does have a big engine inside of it. And that's going to make a lot of people very, very happy. Okay. So when we go to the design intent, one of the things they talk about is this is a fresh take on an asymmetric core. There, you know, some innovation from top to bottom weight distribution. They're talking about changing the ball dynamic properties as it travels down the lane. So it's going to kind of, you know, spin up differently, I guess. The core is constructed from 3 distinct cylindrical shapes, each influencing the ball's motion, positioned along the Z-axis. The largest cylinder lowers the RG, enhancing the ball's ability to rev quickly. Like I said, it starts up early. And they're talking about creating a tumbling effect through the front of the lane so there's more kick off the spot. So again, if you have a ball with a more unstable core, you're going to wobble more, but then when it hits the dry, that's the blip when it flips to the back, and that's what this is about. It's going to get down there, it's going to flip, but it also has this adhesion system. So this is their first generation of it, and it's supposed to provide rapid oil absorption that boosts tackiness even when it's polished. So translation, we're going to see what that looks like on the lane because they're talking about gripping the lane but also getting down the lane, so that almost seems like the opposite. But we're living in a world where technology makes anything possible. What does it look like? Here we go from a two-hander. Boom, 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 boom. Woof. That did not look bad at all. One more time. Getting down the lane. Boom, boom, boom. Smash. That looks pretty good. I got one more for you. Right here. Here's Kyle Troop. Going down. Smack. That just looks absolutely fan-frickin-tastic. That is the shape that people like. This ball's reaction right off the bat reminds me of the old style 1500 grit polished. There's a bunch of legendary asymmetric pearls that Storm was known for, where that stuff just went down the lane and went boom to the back. So if that's what we're dealing with, a lot of people are going to be very, very happy, and this thing's probably going to print money and sell like hotcakes. So time will tell, but if this thing performs as good as they're saying, especially in league patterns, well, people want that for league. They want monster scores. They like, bowling for bragging rights and crap talking to everybody else. Why wouldn't you? That's what bowling's all about. It's about the fun. Now, shelf appeal. the Equinox. How am I feeling about this? Okay. On the one hand, I like the pour. I think the pour looks like a planet marble. It just looks awesome. And it's probably going to look really, really good sitting on the shelf. I'm not crazy for the font, but I'm not disliking it either. I'm kind of middle in the road. So might have to zonk it just a little bit. So if I'm rating this thing on the Dave Portnoy pizza scale, which I need to start doing again because it's a empirical way of, rating bald, subjective opinions on how it looks, I have to give this thing an 8.4. It does look good. Maybe that font will wear on me, and maybe I just need to see it in person. But other than that, I think this is a really damn good looking ball, and kudos to Storm for building it. So that's what we got for today. Of course, universal release date for this ball will be in the video description. And if you want to learn more about this ball and where you can pick it up, I've got a link in the description where you can grab this on bowlersmart.com. A lot of great information there. And of course, I'm sure you're going to see a lot of great reviews. Look forward to Charles Hutchison, the hype. I'm sure he'll have one. Quite sure Luke Rosedal will have one. Maybe Louis Napolis will have one. And of course, Darren Tang will definitely have one. So all your favorite people, I'm sure, will be reviewing this. And consensus will be in ball reaction. If you like what you see, go get it. And if you don't get it. Anyways, as usual, drop me a comment and let's continue the conversation. More updates to come. And until then, bowl well.